My name is Andy Elfman. I am the technical director here at RYO EZ-FILL. We're located in Bristol, Pennsylvania. I'm here to show you the new, exciting EZ-FILL roll your own machine. I will proceed by giving you a physical look first, and then we will start it up for you. So, this is the front of the machine. This is your LCD panel. This is where you load up the tubes, and this handlebar has a function that I will explain to you a little bit later on. Down here is where your tobacco, the flush tobacco, collects, and here is where you get your tubes, the finished product. Well, and you have this tray underneath, so you don't have any wasted tobacco. Whatever tobacco falls through will end up in this tray. Okay, now we're going to go back to the back of the machine. Okay, the first thing you want to see here is down below the compressor. You notice that we have a very small compressor that has the couple functions basically. One, you have this handy air gun. You use it for cleaning, and then there is this one over here, and that has to do with the tubes. You will see that in action when the machine is running. Now, so right off the top here, you don't have to have a large compressor situated far from the machine with all the hoses and the connections. So what I'm going to do too is I'm going to activate the compressor. I'm going to let this go for a minute until the compressor comes on, so that you get a chance to hear the noise level of the compressor. There you go. Okay. Basically, this is where you load up the tubes. If you look at the conveyor belt, each tube will travel in its own path, in its own groove, which is a plus, so you don't have to be tapping or anything to make the tubes come down. You basically have two transfer tubes, so in other words, almost simultaneously, two tubes are going to be injected with tobacco, and cigarettes are made. I'm not going to talk too much about this area. Let's go to the electric panel. This is the electric panel. I don't know if you can see it. Let me put the light on it. Okay. This is not really as scary as it looks. The machine is 95% electric, and what you have is basically your CPU, your central processing unit, and this is obviously the brains of the entire thing. And you have transformers which take your 110 volts and transform it to 24, 12, whatever voltage is required by the circuits and the motors in the machine. What's interesting about this panel, it's 100% solid. You have a host of fuses that protect every single circuit. So I wouldn't worry so much about this. It's solid, and it will do its job. Right now, I'm gonna power up the machine, if you want to show the switch. Okay. The machine is on right now, and we're gonna go to the LCD panel. Right now it is loading, so give it a moment. Okay, this is what you're going to see when you power the machine up. And we're going to push go. Now you have a couple options here. You can go directly to the start button and start the machine, the production, or you clean the machine. What I like to see customers do first thing in the morning when they power up the machine is to go through the cleaning and the flushing just to ensure that there is no tobacco inside the machine. Okay, so now we're gonna go to start, and the first screen will say please add the tobacco, and I'm gonna do that right now. Obviously you're gonna have, can you show this? You're gonna have this whole chute up here, so you can add obviously more tobacco. All right, so now we're done with the tobacco. We go to the next screen, and now it says please add the tubes. Okay, this is the cassette that will hold the tubes, and this is how we do it. Very simple process. You go like this, and then you invert. And then you take the box out. And then you take your guide right here, and you slide it through the grooves, and then you invert again. And just make sure you shake it just a little tiny bit to make sure that all the tubes are in place and looking nice. Okay, and you can see that on the side. Now we go to load up the tubes, and this is how you do it. You simply put it in as far in as you can, and make sure that the box of tubes is pushed all the way forward. That's very important. And then all you gotta do is slide this out. Okay, now we go back to the screen. Obviously the tubes are in place, but they need to be advanced. So you have a tab here that says automatic serve start. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna push this while okay, there you go, and you're gonna see the tube advance to the right in front of the sensor. Okay, let's go again to the back. And obviously now you can see that the tubes have advanced, and they're down here being read by the sensor, which now is telling the computer that, hey, we have tubes in view, we're ready to go. The sensor up here is also, this is the tobacco sensor. It's on, it's got tobacco, it sees tobacco, and it's ready to go. So now you are ready for production. And so I'm gonna go back to the front. Let's go back to the front. And now we're gonna go to the production screen. Okay, the production screen has several features here. Excuse me. You always have this emergency stop button, and you have a way to increase the amount of tobacco or decrease the amount of tobacco. But what's most important here is the fact that this machine will only flush, will only end the cycle at your command. It's not going to do it automatically. So in other words, if I push here, this little box will show, and you can put in the number of cigarettes that you want produced, whether it's 1 cigarette, 2 cigarettes, or 1,000. But for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 25 of them. And even when the 25 cigarettes are done, the machine will stop and it will wait for your next instruction. It's not gonna flush automatically, and obviously that's because we don't have any royalties. We're not charging any royalties. Okay, so now Melissa's gonna go to the back, and I'm gonna push the start button, and you're gonna see the machine in production. what you're seeing right now is the tray is going back and forth, and the reason why it's doing that is because you have to make sure that the right amount of tobacco is being pushed through. Here comes the first tube. As you can see, perfect cigarettes are being made. Whoops. The bad one. Okay, the machine just stopped because we just made 25 cigarettes. Let's do one more run. And before you do that, you always have to make sure that nothing is in the way. That's very important. So you push these 4 rods just to ensure that there is nothing in the way. Obviously, you're going to be making more than 25 cigarettes, so you don't have to be doing this all the time. So Melissa's going to stay here, and I'm going to put it in for another 25 cigarettes. There's not enough light, is there? That's better. Can you show me the tobacco? Yeah. She just made it. Okay. Okay, put it on me. I hope the presentation was satisfactory. As you can see, the machine works 100%. I shouldn't say 100%. Much like any brand new invention, you're bound to have problems. So this is for all the skeptics out there. Any machine that you make will have problems at the very beginning, but as you run it and run it and run it, improvements are constantly being incorporated. But the important thing here today is that you witnessed the machine. There was no interruption of the video, so the machine works wonderful, and you're more than welcome, any one of you, to come out here to Pennsylvania, Bristol, Pennsylvania, to see the machine for yourselves. Thank you very much.